Welcome to another session of our video. First thing first, I want to say a big thank you. I want to thank all of you for all the support you've given unto us, the word of encouragement, the likes and follows. We say a big thank you. We appreciate you guys. So today we're going to be talking strictly on ballistic elements. How well do you basically know your elements? A lot of people just see element as a set of gear they just have to they have because they are being asked to wear them, and also there are a lot of misconceptions about elements that are basically not true, and they stem from the fact that people really don't know much about elements. So today we're going to be talking about them, breaking them down for the average person to at least understand without stressing. So here we have three types of elements. These three types of elements are currently the same set types of elements that are being issued. Two of which are actually being issued are actually military issued. This one is currently issued to someone who I borrowed it from. This was issued 215 to someone also. Armed Forces Special Forces, where we they call Belarus. This one was I think this one is also issued, but it is not your regular type of element. It was given to me to convert, so I did a conversion of this element. It's a regular element I converted to iCode, so I'm going to be using for the purpose of demonstration on this video. So first thing first, I'm going to be talking about the first one. This one is a full cut element. What do I mean by full cut element? It means the sides that cover the air is still intact, and it's now be the most common type of element we basically take. It is not only issued to the Nigerian Army, it is issued also to paramilitary organizations, not only in Nigeria here, but also outside the country. It's an old style of element, but currently still used in modern day. There's nothing really unique about the elements. It doesn't have anything really going on with it. Just has this boring look to it. The internal padding is not that great. Just this mesh or net here, and this is the padded part, which is this lined soft padding inside. Not really today okay when you are going long distance. It's with the element, it doesn't really give you that level of comfort. Also the strap, not really great for adjustment, so it's not it's not something you basically say you're looking up to for comfort. It's just there, the element just there, it's just there just for you to use and for you to get the level of protection this particular one offers. Next one is the also high cut is not sorry the should we say mid cut, but it's basically not mid cut, it's just a full cut element that has element shroud and what's it called, rails, velcros to it that allows you to attach patches, some other things like infrared strobe, counterweight for night vision goggle, um retention cord for your night vision goggle. The inside also is not as great as modern element, but at least this one is still better. It has thick paddings for um comfort and also assist in backface deformation, which I will explain later. The straps are also not great. The suspension system is also not great for use. You can basically just swap it out if you choose to, but if you want to leave it like that, fine. But it's not the best when it comes to adjustment. So this one was actually issued 215 to Armed Forces Special Forces, the Belarus guys. If you can see the inside, it's green. I'll pop up a picture of those guys for you. So the inside is green, but it has been repainted to match the terrain is basically it's currently being used in. So don't tell the helmet don't tell. Then this one, which I really don't know the make because it came without a label, but it's something of a fiberglass, and I think uh polyethylene, because when I was cutting it I was feeling those sharp, so I think it's fiberglass with polyethylene. I can be wrong, but that's what I think it is. So the high cut element offers less protection to the side of the ears, but not like it has any major effect. The protection by percentage is very little, so you have the same thing as you have on this cut helmet that you have the helmet shroud, you have a retention cord, you have your retention cord, you have two rails that allows you to mount um your air protection. Unlike this one, if you mount air protection on this one, you can on this rail, you cannot use it. So basically, it doesn't work with air protection. On this one, you can just attach maybe lights and any other thing that your GoPro camera, your camera, should you choose to, which I've basically not seen. I've only seen people mounting GoPros here. So you won't be able to use it unlike the way this one is. So this is my own personal element with air protection. I can mount air protection to the side and use it because it's also an eye cut element. So not to talk too much, I will start to talk about the make. So this particular one here, it's a uh, uh, it's a the material here is Kevlar, size large, and protection level NIJ 3. So I'm going to be talking about size first. I'm sorry, the material it's made up of. So Kevlar is also the same thing. I think it's the same thing as aramid. That could be wrong, but when they say Kevlar, basically what you see mostly is aramid material. And the one thing about aramid is it is rigid they when it's molded together. So how does it work? It is layers upon layers of aramid held together by a special type of epoxy glue. So they molded together to create a thick material that has a certain level of protection. Now, why they use aramid for uh elements? One, it is, I won't say it is lighter, but you can easily mold it to this shape, light enough for you to wear, and also still offer you protection level. Now, with the way things are, technology has gone far. So you have polyethylene also. The same thing, you can have an element like this that's made up of polyethylene, but it is more guaranteed that the polyethylene has, if not better protection level compared to aramid, and it's also lighter than aramid. But whether you have a polyethylene which is PE or an aramid or Kevlar, it's still the same. Now the polyethylene, it's in most elements you see I think ultra light, ultra molecular light, whatever. I will pop the full meaning on the screen so you basically understand what I'm talking about. Now we are done with this one, so we are going to be talking about the second element and see what it is made up of. Okay, I forgot. So ballistic rating. So the NIJ level 3A, which is what this is rated and most elements are rated for. The NIJ stands for National Institute of Justice, which is a US organization whereby they set a benchmark for rating of anything ballistics. So yeah, NIJ level 3A is talking about anything that has to do with any rating that has to do with handguns, that is your pistol calibers and so on. It is not rated now. It is not rated. NIJ 3A does not stop rifle calibers, but pistol calibers. So I'll put the list of what it can stop ahead. And there is always this misconception because I've seen it when I was in Northeast. So you have to take their issued element and place it and just shoot at it with their rifle. And when it's oh, the Nigerian Army issued us fake helmet. It is not so. It stems from lack of knowledge about the ballistic rating. So the ballistic rating states that it is NIJ level 3A, which most helmets all over the world are rated to be. It is not meant to stop rifle rounds. It is meant to stop pistol calibers and fragmentations. That should be noted now. So there is no magic to it. We've seen situations whereby the helmet stopped rifle rounds, but those vary. Situations that you find yourself in or certain factors will contribute to the helmet being able to achieve that. But point to note, helmets are not rated to stop what's it called, rifle rounds. Also, now shelf life. Most elements always have 5 year shelf life. So this specific one was manufactured or produced 1st August 2018. Now we're in 2026, past 8 years already. But you can see the element still has the perfect shape to it. It has not been misused, which means probably it was just recently issued out, or the person that has been using it has probably been using it well. And a lot of people you tend to see when they get issued element, they just misuse it. sitting on it, placing heavy loads on it, keeping it under boxes and placing boxes or certain things on it, using as a, it is those are things that will basically make your element to lose structural integrity. It is important to know that set of materials that the material they use for it is glued together by with a form of glue or an epoxy multiple layers. So if you sit on it, that compression tends to create an opening. Before you know, your element starts to lose structural integrity. So if your element still looks clean like this, regardless of the shelf life, it is still okay. But once you start to see dents where you shouldn't see dents, massive dents, it makes no sense. Also, um, the inner padding. Now, why the inner padding is important is for the purpose of comfort and also backface deformation. Deformation. What do you mean by backface deformation? If your element gets hit with a round right now, there's most likely going to be a bulge where the round probably wants to exit or exited, which means you are probably dead if it exited the which if it's penetrated, you are dead. But if it doesn't penetrate, there's always going to be a backface deformation, most likely. And what that does is it's just like you being um the body of your car being punched in. So you have a bulge, and that bulge without proper padding would have blunt force impact on your head. So you feel the impact, probably broken skull or something like that. Now, with proper padding, you can mitigate that. So for example, the impact you're going to feel with a padding like this when you have backface deformation, this is thickly padded, as you can see. With a padding like this on this high cut, it's going to be different to what you feel on this light element. So this one will offer you a little bit of protection against backface deformation compared to what this will offer. And this one will also do better. As you see, the padding is also actually not just light, it is actually thick, just not the amount you like compared to what this tends to offer. So now, what are the major difference and about this? What are the major difference on this element? In reality, the other than protection level, where this one offers a more rounded protection around the side and the rear, there is nothing special. They all offer the same level of protection. This one might have reduced protection around this here, but does it really matter when you basically you cannot use other accessories like ear protection? It doesn't really matter. If you are able, I choose to kind of like have ear protection on attached to my helmet than to have this place like this. In real sense, the cons to pros or the consequence of not having this is not really that much because I'm not really expecting to be shot in the head. I still have my face open also, so it's not as if the helmet is protecting everywhere in the first place. So um hence the reason why I have my own high cut helmet. Probably I'll get a regular helmet later, but for now I work with an high cut helmet, which, let's be realistic, high cut there it looks fancy and looks, it just gives you that sweet vibe. But don't select helmet because of sweet vibe. So if you are selecting an helmet, let's say you want to buy your own helmet. Now, there are a lot of things to consider. One is know the type of helmet you are about to purchase. Your helmet should have a label telling you the company that produced it, so that you can search the name of the company and know what the company is all about. So this one is made in China. Yeah. Sing import and export, Sing import and export Co Limited, supplied by Tactical Alpha Solutions Limited. Tactical Alpha Solutions is a Nigerian company, so at least they can be held responsible. And I know they probably must have done their due diligence before they supply this to the military. I think this one was made in Russia. I'm not sure because the label has claimed, and but I know it was it has its own also, but it has clean, so I really cannot tell. This one did not come with a label. I think the element still looks clean inside, but it never came with a label. So once you are going purchasing an element, you want to go for an element that has a label so that you can basically tell the company and know the type of material the element comes with. and so that you wouldn't go and buy a fake helmet or a poorly made helmet. Because one thing about most of the helmets currently on the market are they are largely Chinese made helmets, and one thing Chinese are very good at is making both good and fake stuff. So you can buy a Chinese helmet that basically is just poorly made, and if you are looking for ballistic protection, you want to make sure that you go for it. Now, should I go for a helmet that has rails? Rather than go for this, I will just my own personal preference. I'll just go for an icot helmet if I want rails, since this also allows me to use ear protection, which for me it's big. I like to protect my ears over the years for over long time now that I've been going to the range, engaging in combat and everything. The noise starts to affect your hearing ability. So I like to have something to protect my ears. So the icot is something that you can consider. So another thing to consider when you're getting an helmet is weight. Um, as much as we like to talk down on people who don't like to carry heavy weights or loads, it's always also helpful if your gear can be a little bit lighter. So going for an element that shapes or that reduces the amount of weight you have to carry, overall weight, because now my own helmet only has the helmet itself and the air protection. No night vision goggle, no counterweight added to it, and my neck is sore. Like I need to, I need serious massage, or just I need somebody to come and just stretch my neck. So now compared to um an unnecessarily heavy helmet. So one thing you have to try to always consider is also weight. So this is I think other than this, I really don't have much to say. Other than if you are getting an helmet, if you what you have is an issued helmet, you can make the most of it. You can use it that way. If you have a few extra bucks, you can buy your own helmet, or have your regular helmet converted to an icot. Just understand the pros and cons of what you are doing, and understand um how to use it. So now also when it comes to care, please don't sit on your helmet. It makes no sense. Always don't keep your helmet in hot environment. You want to keep your helmet in a normal, cool room temperature environment. The heat also affects the ballistic properties of your helmet. So you want to have your helmet stored in a good, cool environment. Lastly, about as I've always said, training. You just have to train. If you don't train, all this fancy looking gear means nothing. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share. And would hopefully like to see you in our next video. Thank you.